What's up, guys? Welcome to the Smitty Adventures. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like and subscribe and check out our other videos. It actually really helps us out, and we'll continue making new videos each and every week. So today, we're going to be going over a fun little project. If you're just getting into prepping, you want to start a new fire starter, it's costs basically nothing, if anything. And you can do it with your kids and just have a fun little project. So, we're going to start off with some wax. This is wax that a lot of people will use for canning. Just basic household wax. If you can't get this or you don't have it, you can go ahead and use old candles. To melt the wax, I'm going to be using this torch. You can use a lighter, or people will heat these up in a pot and actually melt it down. You're going to need a couple old toilet paper rolls, or paper towel rolls if you need those. You're going to use the most important and most fluffy. It is laundry lint. And I know a lot of people get Christmas trees, so you can use the dried pine needles or the tree needles. Alright, to start off, we're going to get some of this laundry lint. Go ahead and spread it out just like this. Once you spread it out, you're going to want to grab the dry needles and just sprinkle them all over the top. You can put more, you can put less. This depends on however you want to make it. Alright, the next step, we're going to be melting the wax over the top of this. It really keeps it together and it helps make it waterproof. Alright, we're going to let that cool down and start to tack up a bit. As that cools down, I'm going to show you guys the one that we already made. You can see it's got a solid wax in, so it keeps all the material inside. Now you can burn this as a whole log, or you can rip it open and use piece by piece. So as this is cooled down, you want to start to fold it together, kind of like a laundry lint and dried needle burrito. But trust me, you don't want to eat this one. Alright, now you fold it over, we're going to go ahead and put some more wax on it. Now we're going to slide this out of the way. We're going to clean up a little spot right here. What I'm using right here is a wax paper. That way the wax actually just peels right off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice little puddle of wax right here at the bottom. The bigger the puddle, the better. And what this is going to do, we're going to take the toilet paper roll, set it down, let it hold there, just let it get a little tacky, and then we'll go ahead and let it harden up, and then it peels right up. Alright, we'll go ahead and take this. Let's flip this over. Now we're going to pour some wax on the back side of this. Alright, we're going to let this tack up and we'll get right back to you guys. We let this wax completely dry because you want to get a butter knife or a knife, whatever works best for you. Start out just underneath the wax right here and it will basically peel itself right up. So, now you got it nice closed in. What we do now is you could put this directly in there, or if you want it to be a better fire starter, what we're going to do is put some dried pine needles in there. Take a little bit of fresh laundry lint, put that in. Then you take this. Go ahead and push that down in there. A little more pine needles. Some more laundry lint. Pack it down. And then we're going to do just like we did on the other side. We're going to seal it. So we're going to make sure this is nice and clear. Have a clean surface. And we're going to melt another puddle of wax right here. Now, as I said before, the more wax the better. So don't be shy when making the puddle. Let's flip this over. Set that. Hold it until it starts to get tacky. Now we're going to let that tack up. Now we'll be back. Wax is fully tacked up. At least I hope so. We're going to go ahead and peel it off this right here. There it is. So what we're going to do, clean up these edges. This wax will just peel right off. Now you can save all this wax, put it in a baggie, and you could use that to make your other rolls. You know, if you're just starting out, you want to make bug out bags, you're going to go camping, you just want to do a fun little project with your kids, you can't beat this. Toilet paper rolls, we throw them away. Old Christmas trees, we throw them away. Laundry lint, we throw it away. So, not a bad project. What we're going to do next, we're going to take these outside and show you guys how they light up. Alright, we'll see you guys out there. This is the one we just made. We're going to go ahead and show you how it lights up and how well it burns. Like I said before, you can use the whole thing as a log, or you could take piece by piece. And I have another one, we'll go ahead and take pieces out and show you guys how well that works. So my favorite thing about this is that when we go camping, since the wax has everything covered, it keeps water from getting to it, so it will always burn even when it gets wet. But you can see, if you saw just dry pine needles and laundry lint with a toilet paper roll, you know that would normally ignite extremely quick. But since it's got the wax on it, you can see how slow it's burning, and it gives you enough time to start a fire. So typically, I would say if this was just dried pine needles and dried laundry lint and a toilet paper roll, this would probably ignite and be completely burnt out within about 10 seconds. You can see how much longer this lasts. So as this is burning, I'm going to go ahead and pull out a piece of the inside of another one and show you guys how to ignite that piece. So this piece right here, I just pulled out of another tube. We're going to go ahead and light this one up and show you guys. So you can see once it's lit, it keeps a nice constant flame, and it burns nice and slow because of the wax that we poured over it. As I said before, if you're just getting into prepping or you want to start a bug out bag and you need some fire starter, now I would get a fire starting rod. Those are always nice to have, but you've seen a lot of different supplies that you can get for actual fire starting material, and it's usually pretty expensive. Now you can make this at home for near to nothing. And as you can see, the little piece is still burning. Now we'll speed up through some of this so you guys don't have to sit there and watch it burn for about 20 minutes. But you can see that little chunk I pulled off of this, and that was inside another toilet paper roll. You see how long that's burning for and how efficient it would be if it were to get wet. Alright, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to pour some water on this one to show you that it will still ignite. see it's dripping wet. And she still lights up. Now you can hear the crackling because it was drenched with water. You guys obviously don't forget, if you are out camping, make sure you put the flame out completely. Don't leave any embers whatsoever. Always dig a nice hole and drench it with water. That way we don't have to worry about really aggressive forest fires. We do not want that. Now we won't make you guys sit through this whole burning process, but please don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said before, it really does help us out, and we'll continue making cool videos for you guys. If you guys want to see any other fun projects like this, let us know down in the comments.